Alright, let's see. Try to set up the stream a little different this time so we could hear me a little bit different. So I'm going to mess around for a second with the vocal settings so everybody can hear me. And yeah, we'll see what's kind of going on with that. Hopefully everybody's having a good morning. Today we're going to get into some more Ableton Live Move topics. And the question I've heard from a lot of people online, excuse me, can you live perform with it? Oh, excuse me. So that is the question that I've been hearing online, right? And so here's a song I made yesterday on it, kind of giving everybody an idea of some of the music I've been working on. And I wish I could type to you guys, but I can't. How's it going? Good to see everybody. And yeah, here's the next break. So we can hear the song I was working on yesterday, right? Yeah. I'm gonna hit stop for a second. Now, I cleared this off. I think I made another one. I don't know how bad this is gonna be. Oh my god. I was working on some 303. That was like a real acidy kind of sound, right? So yeah, there's a lot going on here today, talking about making a live performance maybe, or how you would start approaching that, because people were saying that like you can't make a song on it, and I'm kind of confused because I'm not seeing that. I feel like you can totally make a song on this device. Like, it's super duper easy. The way that we would kind of work on doing that is pretty straightforward too. It's not something that, I don't know what the word is, like the approach again is just like you would do on anything else, you know. If we're thinking about playing live, well, what would we start thinking about, right? We would have to start thinking about like the genre, you know, like what we're gonna do. So I'll tackle that today. You know, with me, I always tell everybody what I'm working on. So today I was thinking some dub. We might work around like 140 BPM. So dubstep, and some reggae mix, right? So I'm gonna kind of pick that, and I'm gonna work for a little bit. So I'm gonna give it about 10 minutes. I'm gonna let everybody watch me kind of do my performance. I'm gonna set my tempo to 140, like I was talking about, and then I'm gonna yeah, just start working. So hopefully everybody can see what's going on. If we got any questions, give me a heads up in the stream. and let's work on some live performance stuff. So first thing, of course, is going to be the drum beat, right? And when I'm playing live, it's really easy because I can cheat, right? And again, like just jumping on stage, you would have to kind of know, you'd have like a preset sound or something that you know you're going to use. I know, like with this, I want like some kind of keyboard, so I'm just going to pick a piano sound, right? I'm doing some dubby kind of stuff, right? And this should definitely be minor, so if I was going to go key, this is just the key that I'm working in, remember? So really quickly, you guys see in a live performance setting, this thing's awesome. Mute. And if a track's polyphonic, a sound's polyphonic, you know what I could do? Play again over top of it. Now, when I'm recording, same thing. I wrote out the key that I'm in. 5, 4, 3, and. Before I play the next clip, because I'm on this clip now, right? Do my next thing. I just cut that. Did you guys see that? Right? And if I was kind of messing around here, this wasn't the greatest, but you know what I mean. I was trying. You can always delete it. 5, 4. When I want to do something live next, I just take the next clip. Now, the trick I was going to tell everybody, if we were performing live, what would I do next, right? I would turn on an effect on my mixer, right? Watch, this is going to be nuts. Yeah, I don't know why they picked that sound. I'd have to go back because it's so detuned. We got this thing here, you know, watch this. try to do that smoother, but I'm still learning the retrig there. That wasn't so great, right? But you know what? You can see you can retrig things too, right? Alright, and alright, I'm going to explain to everybody what I'm kind of doing here too, because in a live situation or a live setting, this is definitely how I kind of perform. So I wanted to kind of break down maybe part of what I was doing. So I played for about another 10 or 15. I made 2 songs in front of everybody. And the idea that what I was working on here was, you know, I'm not always saying it's the best stuff either, right? You know, because sometimes you got to move towards that. And that's what this device is for. It's like flushing out musical ideas, right? It unfolds really fast because when I loaded the new set, basically, and I'm going to turn this down just so you guys can hear me talking. I have it on auto load, so drum kit loads, and the very first thing I do is I hurry up and I go kick drum pattern. And then I just pick a snare, right? And then if I duplicate that loop, I've got a doubled loop, right? And this is what I was talking about live performance, right? And I pick the hi-hat next, and you see me drag across the, you know, and this is just like my Electron ideas where I always just drag against the hi-hat. Now, in this device, you'll see me do this too, where I hit record because I can pick other pitches. Now, in Electron, I just would turn a pitch on a trig lock, but here I like it better because kind of more where humans would put it, right? So I like that factor that I played in. Now, I'd pick a key really quickly too when I'm playing live. Typically I do play in minor keys, so let's say I picked E minor this time, which would be different than this, and we won't say that, but E minor is G major, right? So it would be G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. So if you were thinking, what is he playing? I would be like this, and it's really fast that I pick this on stage too, is like I hurry up and pick. I do this in my head, so that's why I tell everybody to write it out. Now, as I do that, the next thing I'll do is pick a note somewhere in here. Let's say I wanted to pick the third. If I'm tuned to E minor, so 1, 2, 3, you know. So there's my bass sound, right? Right, and here we go, record. So I make a bass line up. I quantize it 50%. And I pick like a 3-4 mix, right? And on the next one, I'm gonna pick those notes, but I'm gonna do a longer pattern because the bass pattern was what? 4 bars long. The drum pattern's only 2, so I elongate the drums, pick the snare sound, and I do a fill at the end. So you know that's kind of like the end of the bar. 5, 4, 3. So you can reset your bars like that, you know. And then when I'm going to my next sound, I'm still counting, you know, because the bass line was ending on a 4, right? So one more time around, and then I'm going to start recording. So I just played 2 chords, you know, 2 chords. Quantize it, right? Now again, this is on the first clip section, and I didn't do the 4th track, so I copy over already, and then I play 2, 3, and so it's the new set, and now I'm going to play into this clip now, like, I don't know what this is. I'm getting ready, so I'm still counting. I'm thinking of the groove. 4, 3, 2, 1. And I end the clip there. I do quantize it. It was pretty smooth, and I played into that clip. The next copy is no more drums. So the next break won't have any drums. 4, 3, 2. Just like my techno. So, you know, that's the way I make my breaks. So it's in real time. So that was the break. Right, and I'll bring back the drums. I'm going to get rid of the lead. And this time the drums are going to have what I call a development, like a better development. So here's my development, and there's a cymbal, so I want that to. There's my development again, and I'm going to try to shorten that sound decay. Yeah. So there's my development, right? And I'm also going to change this sound because we've heard it too long, and the bass line. So watch this. Copy the drums, and now I'm going to make a new bass line quick. So I just picked a 7/6 progression. Oh my god, that's great. And then I'm going to do copy again, and I'm going to do it into this next. Oh man, that is hitting, huh? Yeah? Sounding pretty good, right? And now I'm ready for my next lead track. So I copy over. This is all live. I'm going to go into this track. There we go. Alright, and then the next one, no drums, and that's the ending of our song. So 5, 4, 3, 2. Alright, so that's how I made a live performance on the Move. I mean, you can do this in real time, and if you need to cut over, you know, you'd have to have a delay pedal to stop this song and jump to the next set. But I think everybody saw how live performance works on the device, and that you actually can do it. It would help having a mixer with some effects and an extra keyboard to help you play maybe a fifth sound if you were, you know, that inclined to. And the technique today was knowing the key, knowing kind of my genre, which was like a dub, and then I sped it up to like IDM or, you know, something crazy. And then, and my sounds, you know, me picking, like, I pick pretty simple synth sounds, you know. This is a really common technique for me all the time, that my synth sounds are just like extremely basic, like saws or sines, or, you know, like a basic lead, a basic, you know, it's like super basic. You know, that one's pretty cool too. So distorted bass, you know, distorted bass usually through like a reverb, not as delayed but distorted. My lead sounds usually are reverbs and delays, you know. And this one has the glide between the notes, which feels a lot like what? Does anybody know? Note. Ableton Note. There's a couple instruments that have really cool like glide effects. But yeah, that was today's stream, was to talk about, does Ableton Move have live performance aspects to it? I think Move does. You know, I just performed live for a little bit. I made 3 songs right on the fly for everybody. Like, I wanted everybody to see like a blank Move set overview and then watch me build all the way across. And then, you know, I could just make these my live performances, and when I go back, having muting tracks, that's one way you could adjust, you know, because like as it's playing, let's... What did I just do? You can mute. Look at this. That wasn't so cool, but you can mute and unmute. So other live performance aspects, but you know. Alright, and then I picked a whole other, watch this go down, here we go. Ready? You know, look, I literally have this thing divided into 2 songs. From here over, it's a song, and from here over, it's a song. Has everybody noticed that? Because like this is like a completely different techno groove where this is too. Now this could be verse chorus, or if you made just such basic music that these could be 2 different songs in one set, in one scene. The weirder question was like, could I make a whole, you know, 1 song, 2 song, 3 song, 4 song? You kind of have to use the same instrument the whole time. That would be kind of hard to do, but I got a couple more minutes. I'm going to share my thoughts on that, because a lot of people said you can't do that, and I don't think that's true. And let's look at one of these presets, right? Like if I go in and I pick, you know, one of the templates, and I pick like one of the synths, I think it's called analog shape. I think I actually have, yeah, it's like, here, sine. These are all, sine, triangle, sawtooth, saturator, saw, pulse, rectangle. If you use this synth, and every time you went to another scene, you switch it from saw to sine, from sine to square, from square to pulse. You know, every time you change this, you picked a different synth shape. You actually could use analog shape, and every time you played the next track, it could be a brand new synthesizer. That's true. The other thing is within the rack, okay, this is an 808, but if we loaded another drum rack like on your bottom track, the crazy thing you could do is you could load like all just kinds of, you know, different things in here. And I'm going to use an example of like, what if you wanted this to be a bank of sounds. Sorry, that was a long one. And I can shorten that. But like, yeah. And then we're going to, I'm just showing you guys that like we're going to load a bunch of different synths into this, right? You'd have to set this up beforehand. So you can have different synths, they're monophonic, but you would have them in a drum rack on each pad. So as I'm making a beat, so we're gonna, that sucks, sorry. I tried to make that cool, but I messed up. Sounds too loud, remember, you can adjust it. But now what I'm talking about is, let's say you had your first, you know, sound here or whatever, you know, and if you were doing that and you were like, yeah. There you go. Right. And then if you went to the next clip and you wanted a new synth, maybe like, right? And if I go back here, watch. See how it's a different synth? You know, so we could make different synths on the tracks as long as you were using drum racks in both of them, and then I got this, right? I I mean, you can play multiple sounds in that rack too, but you can only play, you can't play chords on that pad, you know, that's what kind of sucks, right? So you would have to use your 2 tracks here for polyphony if you were going to make chords. But the idea was, could we make live music on this? I think everybody saw that as I was grooving through it, the track. How you go back to the other verse, right? So that was the song I was working on. If anybody has more questions, you know, you can always contact me. I always love sharing what's going on with the Move and how it operates. I'm around for help if anybody needs help. The topic today was, will Ableton Move perform live? And I think everybody saw that we could actually do a lot of fun tricks that would allow this to be a live performance device. I appreciate everybody showing up. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe to the channel. If you want to like the video or ask questions, please leave some comments for me. And again, I appreciate everyone who comes in and just takes a look and watches what I'm doing. So enjoy the rest of your Friday, and go out there and make some music. Thanks, Richard. Hey, thanks for joining too. Everybody enjoy the rest of the day, okay? Take care.